You gotta turn the camera on first. Hey y'all, it's cold today, so I'm gonna do some baking. I'm gonna make a low-carb almond flour chocolate chip cookie that is keto-friendly, sugar-free, and just delicious. To get started, you need a mixing bowl, of course, 2½ cups of almond flour, and we're gonna put that in first. Half a teaspoon of baking soda and a half teaspoon of salt, which I've combined here, and a half a cup of powdered stevia. Just mix that up until everything is well blended. Then we're going to put in a half cup of melted butter. That is 1 stick of butter. That's a lot of butter. 2 large eggs. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Then just mix that all up. Will be a little sticky, but don't worry about that. Next, half a cup of chocolate chips. I'm actually using sugar-free chocolate chips, but you can use regular if you like those, or dark chocolate is also good. And 1/4 cup of chopped nuts. I'm using pecans. You can use walnuts, almonds. If you like more almond, that's fine. Any kind of nuts that you like. And just stir those in until you have a nice sticky dough. Forgot how sticky these were. Once you get everything all mixed up, you can see it's making a nice sticky ball there. Take your cookie sheet. Oh, I forgot to say preheat the oven to 350. And then you're just going to drop these by roughly tablespoons onto the cookie sheet. Now these do not spread out a whole lot when you're baking them, so you might want to squash them just a little bit with your fingers. Or you could use a fork if you like. And make sure to get some chocolate chips in every one. This is the part where we'll skip ahead because nobody wants to watch me do all of this. Okay, once you have your cookie sheet full, just pop them in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. We'll see how these come out. Okay, the first cookie sheet is done. And you see they don't brown a whole lot, but they are very firming up and they're a little drier on the top. This one is a little brown on the top, and that's how you know when they're done. Now, one of the good things I like to use is parchment paper. And the reason I like to use those is that you can just slide that off and let your cookies cool. And then just pop another piece on there if you have another batch. Now, what I realized after I got the first batch in the oven was to put these in my hands and roll them up. And that made things a lot easier as far as getting them formed into about a tablespoon size of dough. So we're just going to put these on this cookie sheet, which is still warm. And if you do this and your cookie sheet is a little warm when you're putting the new cookies on there, it might take a minute or so less to cook because you don't have to wait for that cookie sheet to warm up in the oven. Now, what I'm going to end up with here is 29 cookies. Okay, we'll pop these in the oven, and then we'll see how they turn out. Here they are, nice and brown on the bottom, cool enough to eat. I'm kidding, they're delicious. Let me know if you make these and how they turn out. Enjoy! Very gooey.